And we are live. Welcome, welcome. I already see Nicholas in on LinkedIn. How's it going, Nicholas? Or Vinny as well. I know that's your alias. What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining us today. We will start briefly. Just gonna let people get a chance to join us. So we are live on LinkedIn, we are live on X, and we are live on YouTube. So let's give everyone a chance to join us. Let us know in the chat if you're here. I see Sogan. Hi, Sogan. Thank you for coming by. Good to see you in the chat. Everyone, if you can hear me well, if the music is too loud, if you have a question, just write it down in the chat. I can see it right here. Let me put the music down a little bit more. There's a little bit of lag on my screen, so let me know if everything looks fine for you. We will start with a very short presentation so everyone can get like an overview of the open call of augmented reality with Unity, and then we will have a showcase. So I will show you Unity 3D. We will run through things, and this is only the first workshop, so there's going to be a lot more, and we will go in depth in case you missed something or if you have a question. This is only workshop number 1, so do not worry if you missed something. Sogan says, yep, all good. We hear you well. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Tilda is here. Hi, Tilda. Welcome, welcome. We will get started in a few seconds. Just getting everyone a chance to join us. Again, we are live on 3 platforms, so hopefully I can see everyone's chat. I can definitely see people on LinkedIn. Let me check right now on YouTube if anybody is typing. And also on X. So if you're watching from X or YouTube, just type in the chat. Let us know that you're here. If you have any questions, if something doesn't look right on your side, I just want to make sure that everything is good to go. Yes, we have 7 viewers on X. Let me open up that chat just to make sure. The YouTube is not working for me. Are you going to register this in case we need to get back on it? Yeah. So it's going to be saved. The recording is going to be saved, Sogan, on X, on YouTube, and on LinkedIn. It should be saved automatically after we are done. Tilda says the YouTube is not working for me. Let me go to YouTube. It's not working for some reason. It says that it is waiting for me. Okay. Let me check on that. Thank you, Tilda. Let's see this. Because last time it just created like a separate link. Thank you for that, Tilda. Let me see if we go to my channel. Yeah, so if you just go to my YouTube channel, it just created a separate link. So I know I put the link on my socials, but just go to my YouTube account and it will show you that I am live. It's just like a separate link for some reason. I need to check that for next time. Okay, YouTube for me is working. Okay. There she is. So again, is typing in the YouTube chat. Yeah, so the link that I posted is not working for some reason, but just go to my YouTube account and it will be live. So I can see that we are live there, and Sogan is there to confirm. Okay, let's get started. Once again, we are in workshop number 1. Thank you for being here. And today is just going to be an overview. So we're just going to run through things. It's going to be a lot, but we're not going to go in depth. So there's no need for you to pay too much attention. I do need some of your attention, but this is just general information. We're just going to run through things and you don't need to remember much. So don't worry, you don't need to install anything yet. Just pay attention to the presentation and ask questions. So we're going to be creating augmented reality with Unity. Some of you already know how to do this. Tilda and Sogan definitely know how to do this. I see Tilda on YouTube already. Good to know. And the open call was to ask creators that are familiar with augmented reality with augmented reality tools from Spark AR, Instagram, Lens Studio on Snapchat, and Effect House on TikTok. So augmented reality is already possible in those platforms, but we're going to take a look at how you can do that in something like a game engine such as Unity 3D, Unreal Engine. They're both game engines. So we're going to see those differences and similarities too, because it's not too complicated. Somebody was asking, well, I don't know how to use Unity. Well, if you know how to use those other tools that I just mentioned, this is going to be really easy for you. Sogan says we need to learn more. I will show you, Sogan. I will show you and Tilda and everybody everything that I know, everything that I learned this past 3 years in Unity, just so you don't have to, search for tutorials online. I mean, you might still have to, but I'm going to show you everything that I learned so far. So it's good to have you here. Okay, let's get started. And I just want to ask, so why Filta? So why we even need this application if we already have many others? Well, I'm going to start with some technical limitations that brought me into Filta first. Again, let me know if the music is kind of loud. I will put it lower just so I can hear myself. So technical limitations. So augmented reality can get quite technical in contrast to creating 3D visuals, for example. You don't need to render in real time with 3D visuals. In this case, with augmented reality, you do. So these technical limitations are very important because you want things to look a certain way. Like sometimes you want your creation to look the way you intended it to. And some platforms have limitations that they do not allow you. So again, I'm starting with these technical limitations just to let you know that there is a 100 megabyte project limitation. So it might not be a lot, but it is a lot compared to other platforms. It can be 10 times up to 20 times more space on the project. So you can have much more quality on your models, on your textures, and we're going to take a look at everything else. The second one, like I mentioned, is the textures. You can use 4K textures. In other platforms, you can only use 1K or 2K, which is good enough for some instances. But having 4K access to 4K textures, I'm pretty sure you're gonna see the difference when it comes to the size limitation for those. Images are gonna look crisp. Your details are gonna look really good. So that's what I love about 4K. Up to 1 million triangles. So this is in relation to 3D models. Other platforms, they have lower limitations. So you're going to find yourself making your meshes and your models have less detail just so it fits into augmented reality. But here, 1 million triangles is actually quite a lot. So 1 million triangles is going to be more than enough for everyone. Let me open the chat. Sogan has given us some emojis. Good to know. The next reason why Filta. Well, Filta is using iOS face capture technology. So yes, I am using the Filta application on my Mac. It's using my camera, but I truly recommend that you try the Filta application on an iPhone. I know I used to have an Android. I have it over here. I had to buy an iPhone just to use Filta, but let me tell you, the face tracking quality is unmatched. Is the best that you can have. I see Chico just joined us. What's up, Chico? And he joined us from X. Thank you for joining, man. Thank you for being here. We were just talking about why we are going to use Filta. Chico is part of a community called a kid called Beast community. You can see it on his picture. So that community is already in the Filta platform. And these are avatars that people can use to remain anonymous online, but also create cool content. So Chico is one of them. He's already creating cool content, so go follow him on X and you can see an example. So I'm sure that he can tell you that this face capture technology is one of the best. So if you are an iPhone user, you know that iPhone usually has a good camera, a good screen, and good technology overall. Like we know about the Apple Vision Pro. So all of these technologies are going to work with each other, right? So again, try it on the Filta platform. It doesn't do any justice of me just telling you. You have to try it and you have to see how smooth it is, how it doesn't glitch that much. Especially for me that I use glasses, it works with my glasses, and that's really cool. Like using AR and other platforms, sometimes it just glitchy. If I move too quick, you can see that it bends. Some other stuff, right? So again, face capture technology from iPhone. Try the application, and you will be very impressed. Another reason, Unity engine. So this is a game engine, a game development engine, just like Unreal Engine, right? But this is Unity 3D. It is used to create video games nowadays, but we are using it to create augmented reality. So we have the power of a full game engine to create augmented reality, right? So that is really cool. That is really powerful. We're gonna talk about some advanced topics as well because it is a difference between creating 3D and creating real-time 3D. So now we're talking about video game development. We're not talking about CGI and VFX, which could apply to game development, but there's a lot of techniques that you might have to learn how to do certain things, how to get certain effects into augmented reality. It's a totally different approach doing it in CGI and augmented reality. So we're gonna take a look at those as well. I see Shelly MVW, sorry, from YouTube. Welcome, Shelly. Welcome, welcome. The next reason why you will want to use Filta is because you can sell your creations. And this is actually very important for me. And another reason I started to join Filta, because you can sell your augmented reality. You cannot do this on social media. You cannot do this in Instagram and Snapchat. Like you might join creator programs, but here you can sell your creations directly. And this is one of the things that the platform allows us to do with the power of Web3 and crypto and NFTs. We won't talk about that later, but you can sell your own creations directly to your audience. You don't need them to go to your link and use it for free, right? So this is really good. Let me see what was the last thing I had over here. Oh yeah, so you can learn about Web3. If you don't already know about Web3, you're gonna learn a little bit more about it. So like now that the hype is gone, NFTs were booming. You know, there was a lot of scams, there was a lot of cool projects. But now that the hype is gone, now we can talk about the functionality of things. Okay, they are here to stay. It's a technology. It's here to stay. Now, how can we use it? Again, now that the hype is gone, all of these projects trying to just, scam people, the technology is still here. How can we actually use it? So this is one of the ways you can use it with Filta. I see Daria Kurtulmus. Welcome. Daria is such a great creator from augmented reality. So thank you for being here. Yeah, we're gonna get started now on asking. So how do you join? Like, is it easy to join Filta, such as the other platforms? Well, there isn't like a direct Filta way to join. You will have to log in through a MetaMask account, and I will show you how to set up a MetaMask. Most of the people that I see here, they already know how to use MetaMask. I also see Eljuba Roachman. Welcome, welcome. Is that how you pronounce your name? Eljuba Roachman. Welcome, welcome. So to join, you just need a MetaMask account. If you have it, that's all you need. If you don't, it's really easy to create. We will have a separate workshop to show you how to do all of that. Then you need to claim the creator pass. So you need to have this creator pass inside of your MetaMask account, and that is what's gonna tell Filta, hey, this person is a creator, give them access to the tools. That's pretty much everything that you need. So the creator pass is free to claim. I will show you how to do that as well. I will show you the guide if you want to do it by yourself. But all of these steps, again, we're gonna take a look at them. Shelly says, perfect. Fox emoji. So you are gonna need to install Unity 3D. That is the next thing. So if you don't already have Unity 3D, you're gonna need to install it, but you will need a specific version of Unity 3D. I know this is the thing with development, that some programs work with only specific versions, but I will show you the guide. I will show you exactly which version you will need to install on your computer. No problem about that. The next step is going to be to just open the Filta template. This is how you're going to access the Filta tools. You need to open up the template. It's going to set up Unity. It's going to set up your Unity scene. Everything that you need, you just need to open the Filta template, which I will show you where to download and how to open it. It's going to be really easy. And that's pretty much it. Just start creating. So just review those things once again. We're not going to do everything today. This is just to give you an idea of the upcoming workshops. We're going to take a look at those sections in depth. So this is just an overview. Okay, let's go to the next thing. How to publish. So in order to upload, you will need to publish your augmented reality to the Filta platform. The first thing you need to do is, once you have everything installed, everything created, you just have to upload the project. It's going to be quite easy. Just click on upload project to Filta and it will be on its way. The next thing you have to do, it might be obvious, but I want to emphasize this, is you have to create a thumbnail set. So you have to upload a video, either of yourself or of someone, just wearing the augmented reality. It's a thumbnail, right? You need to show people, you need to convince people to try your creation, to give them a chance to, you can shine. You can create a 3D rendering, you can just pose, but the goal is to be able to attract people enough so they can, try your augmented reality. So again, I'm emphasizing the thumbnail set. You need to upload a photo and then you need to upload a short video. Very important. Of course, you need to fill out the description and details. There's going to be some new things if you haven't heard about Web3 at all or NFTs that you need to fill out, such as how many you want to create, right? For example, in social media, you just publish it and it's an infinite amount, right? Here, you can upload, I believe, up to 10,000 edition. But in case you want to create something more, something more scarce, something more unique, you can do that, right? So maybe you only want to create 10. And for those 10 people that have your creation, maybe they have... Oh, we went rogue for a second. Give me a moment. There we go. Lost connection there for a bit. Let me know, guys, if you can still hear me. Checking. Yeah, it seems that we're live, but we lost connection there for a second. Let me know in the chat if you can hear me. Yes, thank you. Okay, let me know if you can see. All good. Okay, because everything is frozen. Honestly, guys, my computer has been kind of, giving up on me lately. I get a lot of blue screens, so let's just give it a chance. But yes, thank you for giving me feedback on the chat. Jessica Evans, from LinkedIn. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Thank you for letting me know everything's okay. So, the next step on how to publish. Again, I can see here on my computer, it is kind of lagging. Give me 1 second. How to join. Okay, yeah, I can see it there. You guys said you can go on. Everything is fine. Thank you, Nick. Again, make MetaMask account. Claiming the creator pass. Installing Unity. We already saw that. Okay. Fill the template. Start creating. Jessica says, great to be here. Thanks for doing this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your interest. I hope that you can learn everything about this new platform that I love to create on. So let's keep going with the presentation. Again, I cannot see this, but I know you guys can. So how to publish, again, upload a project, create a thumbnail set, fill out the description and details, and then finally just publish. And also set a price. Again, you can sell your creations, but you can also sell them for $0. That's also doable if you want people to access them right away. So if you have a special creation that you want to set a price, you can do that, but you can also just set the price to 0, and then it will act like as any other filter on social media. It will be free to use. The advantage is that people can create content with them, they can promote them. So I encourage you to put a price, but I also encourage you to just set it for free so you can get people used to this new application, and just give them a try, just give them a little taste. Okay, and let's review the open call details once again, just in case anybody has any questions, anybody new joining us. So the theme is digital fashion slash digital fashion culture. So whatever fits in that description for you, whatever digital fashion means for you, whatever digital culture means for you, you can make sure that it's going to fit the theme. So it's a pretty broad theme. Anybody can, just go wild. You have to use the face and or the body tracking. It has to be a body wearable, right? So Filta specializes in face tracking. I mentioned at the beginning how we are using technology from Apple, which is the best face tracking technology. It's using a face sensor on the front camera. This technology is used in virtual production in movies to capture the face, the accurate face expressions of the person, right? So again, Filta is known for its face tracking technology. So obviously you have to use either a face or a body wearable, right? Shelly, thank you. She says, yes, we hear you. And Tilda Erickson says, love the concept. Thank you, thank you. I know it's pretty broad, and I know you're gonna get a lot of ideas that they're gonna look cool in augmented reality. So again, face and or body wearable. It could be both. It could be either. So up to 10 creators will be featured in the Undoxxed Book Volume 2. We have in the chat Nicolas Donato, also known as Vinny in the crypto world. He is the creator of Undoxxed. When I mentioned about the MetaMask account, you can actually buy the book with crypto using the MetaMask account. Okay, keep losing connection, but it seems that everything is fine. Again, Vinny is in the chat, so say hi to Vinny, everyone. He is the creator of Undoxxed, and he will be launching the Undoxxed Book Volume 2. He gave us this opportunity to feature 10 creators, the best 10 augmented reality creators from the ultimate AR creator open call. So you guys will be featured in the book. It's designed by the Undoxxed team. And again, Nicholas is the one that created the book. So again, say hi to Nicholas. Follow him on LinkedIn as Nicolas Donato. You can follow him on X. You can follow the Undoxxed Book on X, but also on Instagram. I'm sure you have seen him in the post that we have shared. If not, you will see him again. Again, let me know in the chat if you can see again. I don't know why we're losing connection. But the next thing about the open call details is, like, even though we're going to feature 10 creators, all of the submissions, we're going to feature them on social media. So I have participated in open calls before, and is glad to be the winner, but it's also, I believe, is fair for everyone that we show those creations. You can still upload to the Filter platform. You don't need our permission, which is really cool, but we're only going to feature 10 in the book, but the rest we are going to feature regardless, right? So everyone gets a chance to be featured, which is what I like. Nicholas says jewelry, grills, earrings, bracelets, rings, necklaces. What do you mean, Nick? Are those the ideas? Are you giving people ideas? That's really cool. Again, let me know if you guys can hear me. We lost connection once again, but I will be continuing. And finally, the deadline is September 30th. It's a long. What am I trying to say? Sorry, I speak like two languages. It's not gonna be until September 30th, which gives you a lot of time, but there's a lot of things to learn. That's why I wanted to start early. That's why I wanted to start now. The deadline is September 30th, but we're starting right now, July 17th. Kind of late. We were supposed to start last week. There was a tornado, lost power, but now we're here. There's many things I want to show you. Again, like I was telling Sogan at the beginning, I've been using this platform for 3 years now. I want to show people as much as I can, as much as I have learned in 2 months, right? So this is workshop number 1. Now we're gonna start moving to the showcase section. So I will be showing you some behind the scenes of some projects. But just a quick reminder about the open call details. You can find them on socials if you forget about them. Okay. Any questions? Nicholas says, yep, giving ideas to the creators. Tilda says, grills. That is cool. Love that. Yeah, actually, I wanted to try some grills. So maybe we can explore that idea because there is actually a very accurate lip tracking, which can help us with the grills. So that'll be interesting. Olena Prishchepa, is that how you pronounce it? Olena Prishchepa. Hello, everyone. Thank you for your workshop. Nice to be here. Glad to have you. Thank you for being here. This is workshop number 1 of many. I still don't have a fight. Any questions so far? We lost connection again, but we are back. Olena was saying, hello everyone, thank you for your workshop. Nice to be here. And then Yulia, hi Yulia. She says, hi guys, who wants to cooperate? So who wants to do a collab with Yulia? Is it possible? Of course it's possible. The only thing is only one person will be only the profile of the person that submits it will show it, right? So this is why I was encouraging people to do it themselves, because we actually had an open call last April with IC Studio. It was a digital fashion party in Milan. It was epic. We had an open call and I actually helped a lot of creators, but I was the one that submitted them. So it shows that I'm the creator, which is good. I'm honored, but I want you guys to be able to do it by yourselves. But if you want to collaborate with Yulia, you can do it. So she's asking. So if anybody's interested, let her know on LinkedIn. She's joining us live from LinkedIn. We are also live on X and on YouTube. So follow everyone that you see here in the chat in those platforms. If you are an artist and if you want to collaborate, or if you just want to learn more about them. Nicola says augmented makeup can also be interesting. Yeah, we're going to take a look at some makeup examples as well. So let's go and do that. I see nobody has any questions and suggestions. We already got some suggestions from you guys in the chat. So let's keep moving and let's get started. I will now transition to my other computer so I can show you Unity 3D and some links. Let me take a sip of water. We've been live for 29 minutes. Give me another 15 to 20, maybe 30. It depends how good it goes. So let me go ahead and switch to my main computer. Hopefully we don't lose connection this time. Okay. I can see it. You can see it. Sorry if it looks like that. Let me actually move this window here. And everything that I'm showing you and I'm teaching you you will find it in the Filta website. So go to getfilta.com. This is the homepage. When you click on download, it will not download Unity. It's going to download the application for you to use on your phone. This is the one again that I recommended. Highly, highly recommend to use it on your iOS. It performs the best. After that, my second recommendation is to use it on a Mac. So if you're an Apple user, you are in luck because it just works better on Apple devices. Again, iOS first. I was using it on a Mac just on my presentation before, so I was joining live. Maybe that's why the connection was getting lost. And then I can also use it on a Windows computer. I would recommend this last if you don't have any of those devices, but you can still use it. Again, that's from the homepage. This is to download the application itself. Now let's take a look at the artist tab. So here's where you're going to find all of the information that I'm going to give you throughout the workshops and the information that I gave you today about, the benefits of Filta, how to use it. Just go to the artist tab and let's go to the help center. Let me open the chat, make sure everything is fine. Okay, I see Olena is already down to collaborate with Yulia. So let me show you guys. She said, yep, we can make a team of support. So Yulia and Olena, you guys can definitely collaborate with each other. That's really cool. Okay, back to, this is basically the documentation, guys. So this is the documentation for Filta. This is the artist help center. And here you can find all that information on how to set up. We're going to see this in individual workshops later. So how to set up Filta, important information, there's tutorials, specifications on, what kind of objects you can use, how the trackers work, special textures, shaders. We're going to learn everything about this. Again, body avatars, that is something that you can use. This is body avatars, but we're going to use it for digital fashion. So don't worry about that. Other information, all pages. So again, this is the documentation for Filta. This is where you can find everything else. And again, we're going to see it in specific workshops. If you need to get started right away, this is where you can find it, all that information. Now let's take a look at the marketplace, because again, I want to show you a behind the scenes of some of these projects. So this is the marketplace. This is basically the library of filters. If you're coming from Spark AR or Lens Studio or Effect House, this is the marketplace, because again, you can sell these. I've been quite busy selling these avatars. So these are special commissions that we can talk about them later. So you can do avatars again, because we have really good face tracking on an iPhone. These users, these collectors of these avatars, the owners of these avatars, such as Vinny, such as Nicholas, they love this application because it just tracks the face so well. So they can create content, they can make videos, they can do live stream. So that is one of the things that I've been busy working on. But I want to start by showing you also my latest collaboration with Fadiha and Anika from AR Eye Candy. So we created these drone glasses, right? And I really convinced them to use Filta because of the quality. So there's a lot of heavy 3D models and elements that could have not been possible in other platforms. Again, because we have higher limitations. We can use models up to 1 million polygons. We can use 4K textures, and we have 100 megabyte limit. So we can use high poly models, which is really cool. Plus other techniques and animations. So we're going to take a look at this one. I will show you the Unity file here in a second. But I also just remember that Vinny was talking about the makeup. So there is a creator here that specializes in digital makeup. Let me show you. She was also one of the first in joining the platform, so it's probably all the way down here. I see VJ Delidia joining us from YouTube. It's a face red heart shape emoji. Jassine also joining us from YouTube. Hi there. Hi, Jassine. I am joining very late. No, you're fine. The recording is going to be there. We were about to showcase the platform itself. So we just talked about the specifics of the open call, some of the reasons why you should join this, but just being here and looking at all the creations, maybe that gives you a better sense. So here is the creator that I was talking about that specializes in digital makeup. This is Alisa. I think she's quite popular on TikTok, and she shows a lot of the process on TikTok. She also makes these on TikTok as well as filters. So, for example, let's take a look at maybe something more elaborate like this one, right? So there you can see it. You can try it yourself. I think it's sold out, but you can try all of these in the application. Maybe let me find one that shows you the quality of the textures. What's important to me here is that because you are doing digital makeup and you have some very fine details, you want those details to like not be pixelated. Remember that we talked about 4K textures that you can also use. When you have digital makeup like this, you have all these details and then you come close to the camera, you want that quality to be crisp. You want that quality to be the best possible. You can even use actually 8K textures, right? If it fits inside of the 100 megabytes, you can use it. So there you can see some examples of Alisa of digital makeup. Let me see, maybe this one with peaches. Yeah, again, if you try it in the application, you will see that this just looks like a very clear image. So that is one example of an artist. I see Rick the Ruler, welcome from X, joining us live from X. How's it going, man? Alexander Kurmanin. Alexander is such a great artist, augmented reality artist, one of the top augmented reality artists. He works for a company called 010. I used to work for them. Alex is still there. He's still developing the best augmented reality outfits. So go follow Alex. Thank you for being here. He says it looks so realistic. It's because of the textures. Like we get good quality, and honestly, some of it might look like CGI, like somebody did it in After Effects, just because the image looks so crisp. Like you get no anti-aliasing and no pixelation at all. So that's really cool. Yasin says, "Wow." And he's asking, wait, how many megabytes did you just say? 100 megabytes, Yasin. So we get 100 megabytes to play with for these augmented reality filters. Just as a summary, on Instagram, it's 4 megabytes. On Snapchat, it's 8 megabytes. And I think also on TikTok, is 8 megabytes. So this is like 20 times, 10 times more. So just imagine how much you can do, how many models with higher poly you can do, texture, anything like that. So again, it's 100 megabytes. Rick the Ruler says, feeling good, ready to learn new skills. Let's go. We are ready. We also have Yas AR from X. How's it going? Switching to here in X. Oh, you were in YouTube? What do you mean? Welcome, Yas. Welcome. I see that you are also an augmented reality creator. So let me know what you think about this platform. Let's go back into the marketplace. Just check it once again to give you guys. Here we have actually Tilda. This is Tilda's creation. She's in the chat as well. Maybe she can let you know her experience using the application and submitting her work on Filta. Again, we have avatars, we have masks, we have makeup, earrings. Yeah, we also this is Anika's ARI Candy. She's very popular on Instagram. You can see the earrings that we created. And this one were a collaboration actually with Yulia. Yulia is also in the chat. I'm so happy to see everybody here that already kind of knows about this. So I'm excited to see what you create now. But here you can see that it can be earrings. There is no like ear tracking per se. I know the only ear tracking that we have is on Lens Studio and I believe on 8-Wall. But you can definitely create this effect of earrings. You can try them. You can buy them. And this is what I mean, guys. You can The way people have access to your stuff is by buying it, by collecting it. Well, what's the price? In this case, it's zero because we want people to access it. We want people to try this new technology, especially augmented reality creators or just content creators, digital fashion enthusiasts. You have to collect this, you have to claim it, and it has to be in your account for you to use forever, right? Again, the price is zero, but as a creator, you can benefit from this. I show you at the beginning that I get commissions from avatars. It's a very niche community, but it's there, right? And you also have to push it and create your own clients. Okay, final look at the marketplace. Again, we have some makeup, we have some avatars, we have some masks. You might recognize some of those PFP projects if you are into Web3. I think this is Chico. Is this you, Chico? No, this is Vince. Never mind. These are some of the creations from our last open call. This is from Orquídea 3D, also very popular in Instagram right now in the digital fashion space. Hers, this one is actually still available if you guys want to collect it and support her. Let me show a couple more, and now we're gonna move into Unity. So, okay, this is also a collaboration with Yulia, a mask for our past open call. Just to give you guys an example, this one too, this one too, this one as well, this one as well. If you are in the application, you're gonna go to the IC Studio collection drop. It's not visible here, but you will see it in the application. Okay, let me check the chat. I see Pushy Skate. What's up, Pushy? I was just showing one of your creations here too, so let's put it up. Pushy's in the chat. I see Pushy. You can still claim it. Oh, there's only 2 left. There's only 2 left. So guys, go claim it. Support him. Support the art. There's only 2 left. So make sure to collect it. I also see Gabriela. Guys, everybody's here. Gabriela also has submitted a creation. Let me see. This one. I already claimed it, I believe. I just haven't signed it into this account. But there is 7 left. So if you guys want to get access to this one, this is Gabi. She's in the chat. Go and claim it. There is 7 left, but I'm excited what these artists will be creating for this next open call. Okay, we got the chat active. We're showing the creations. Let's move now into Unity. Maybe 15-20 minutes just to show you guys around. Again, this is workshop number 1. This is just an overview. So I will show you around. Not going to go too much into detail until the next workshop. So if you have if you find a creation in Filta that you want to learn how to do, let me know in the chat or let me know later in DMs or on email if you want. If there's a specific look that you need to create, a specific technique, a material, a question, you can also go to the Filta Discord. So you will find that. Let me show you real quick before I get started. Go to contact and just join the Discord. Just ask any questions. We're still live in there, but again, just contact us everywhere. We are online everywhere. This is what we do. Ask us any questions. So going back to the drone glasses, this is what they look like inside of Unity. Is it overwhelming? Maybe a little bit, but we're gonna break it down, and then it's not. It's gonna be super easy for you, and then you're gonna want more. Even though I already said that Unity is a very powerful tool, there's a lot of things to learn and a lot of things that you're gonna expect, right? Checking the chat real quick. Nicolas says super dope. Pushy Skates as well, and Alexander Kurmani says I'm always afraid of Unity. No, you shouldn't be afraid. If you have used, Alex, other AR tools such as Spark AR, again, Effect House, Lens Studio, I will show you pretty much the same layout. It's very similar to them. So let's take a look. This whole thing is Unity, right? Again, pay attention to the specific version. You will see that in later workshops or in the documentation, like I mentioned. But this is Unity. This is the Unity window. This is the Unity menu. I'm just gonna run through them real quick, right? So pretty much like any other program, you get your program menu, like file, edit. You can access pretty much anything from Unity in those menus. Done, right? Now we are less afraid of Unity. The next thing is the hierarchy. What is a hierarchy? This is where all the objects, all your models, and things that you want to put in the scene. I want you to remember that the hierarchy is the scene. This is the scene right here. I will talk about that tab in a second. But the hierarchy, for example, if I select the glass is here. Well, there's a lot here that I need to show you, but let me select them from the scene. Right? They get selected in the hierarchy. So this is again where all the objects that are in the scene live. Hierarchy. I would like for you to remember the name of the tab, just because it facilitates some things later. This is also how you would see it in other applications. So this window right here, done. Don't be afraid of it. This is just like any other 3D program. This is just like any other AR program. This is the hierarchy where the objects in the scene live. Let me make it. Let me close the menus so you don't see how overwhelming it is. Now again, I selected this model. It's showing the hierarchy, but now this is the scene window. So this is the 3D scene window. By the way, say hi to Tade. Tade is one of the developers of Filta. So he's been honored as the model. So for you to see a representation of your filter, right? So again, this is the scene tab. I can move around the scene just like this, right? Obviously, you can also use tools like this. You can also grab the scene. We're going to take a look at the very specifics later on, but I just want to show you around right now, right? So no pressure, just watch me. We will teach you how to do every single thing later. Again, I'm moving around the scene, but why is nothing happening, right? So this is just the scene. The next step I want to show you is the game. Well, what do you mean a game? We are using a game engine. This is a video game engine. So in a sense, we are creating a video game, right? So we have to play the game in order to see, everything moving around and simulating. So I would just click here on play. And you will see, let's give it a second. You cannot see this window. I don't know why, but it will be playing here in a second. There we go. Is it lagging? Okay, I see it now. Yeah, again, my computer's kind of dying. But now you can see it, right? So it's being simulated. Actually, let me stop it so you can see that it's still playing. And this is something that we could actually only achieve here in Unity, not in other platforms. Like I have here a 3D model that is being animated. Here you can kind of check out the quality of the mesh, right? It's not too low poly, but also it's not super high poly. But look at this model right here. Look at the amount of polygons and look how smooth it's running. If you try this on your phone, it's gonna run up to 60 frames per second, right? Maybe that's important to you, maybe not, but I encourage you to try it and compare it with other platforms, right? You can also see the quality, a little bit of the materials. Unfortunately, glass, because we are rendering in real time, glass, it's not gonna look super realistic, but we're gonna do our best to make it look realistic, right? So this is one example of how you can create a glass material. We're gonna take a look. We're gonna have a workshop specific for materials. But once again, this is the behind the scenes of this specific piece. And let me actually show you. If I select the avatar, I will show you a quick trick right here that I did. Let me wait for this to open. And you will see here that I have actually the avatar body. So there you can see the avatar. All that I'm doing is just hiding it, right? Some questions. Nastaran, welcome. Joining us from LinkedIn. Oh, so the model is imported with the animation already on. Yes. So If you want to learn the specific technique, I can show you. It's kind of like using Mixamo, but in this case, when I bring it into AR, I hide the body. Just because, you know, I want it to just be the clothes floating. But yes, you will import. You actually need to animate the model with the clothing. Make sure they are separate from each other so you can do this, right? So you can hide the character. And I am not using Mixamo. I'm actually using another program called Actor Core. It's a little bit more precise in my opinion. Some of the movements are a little bit better. And actually some of the rigging is actually much better. If I was to use Mixamo, there will be a lot of glitches in the mesh. And yeah, again, we can take a look at that in a different workshop if you want to learn this technique. Nastaran. Thank you for your question. Okay, yeah, and let me know if there's anything here that you want to check real quick if I haven't shown you. Okay, let's stop the game. Again, we have the hierarchy done, the scene, the game. All these three, you see them in any other program, any other augmented reality program as well. Now let's take a quick look at the inspector tab. There is nothing showing right now, which is good because I want to show you what the inspector tab is. So this is going to display all of the details of the objects either in this hierarchy or in the project folder. I'll show you the project folder here in a second. But for example, let me select the glasses. This selecting to this specific mesh, which is only, I hope you can see this orange highlight. It's only this mesh, right? And this is a game object. We call them game objects or just objects if you want. Check how the inspector is now giving us all the details. It's giving us, and these are called components. So it's giving us a transform component. This is just to give it position, rotation, scale. I'm sure you're familiar with this. It's also giving us a mesh component, a mesh renderer component, and a material, right? So no need to. Okay, yeah, we were lagging. Okay, we are back. Let me maximize this. I see a question from Nastaran. Yeah, we'd love to learn how you do animation so smooth. Yeah, again, like I said, I used Actor Core. It's similar to Mixamo, just like the next level. And we use the avatar, so I'll show you. Sogan says that will be a great idea. Yeah, I'll show you both. I'll show you guys. We're gonna make this the official workshop, probably number 2 or number 3, where I show you those more advanced techniques if you want to do something like this. Okay, so we saw again the hierarchy, the scene, the game. We see here the inspector. Now this down here is my project window. This is where all of my assets, all of my materials, my 3D models, my animations, my images, my textures, this is how I can access them. If you use Unreal Engine, this is very familiar, you know, even the same position. If you use other programs, other AR programs, this is usually like on the left side right here, where you can access all of your files, right? If you have no idea, you never used this program before, again, this is where you access all of your folders, all of your 3D models, your music, your textures, everything is here. So again, using this model as an example, it's selected, it shows in the scene, there you can see it in the game. Now if I go to the mesh renderer, we're gonna see here the material. So I can actually click on the material, which is cool, and it's going to highlight it on the folders. If I click on it again, well, if I click on it now in the project, now I can see the details of that material. So I can actually show you how I created this material. I am using a Filta dedicated shader to give us some fake reflection. So I'll show you how that fake reflection works. Here you can see some of the settings. I am using this color as the texture. I give it some metallic parameters, smoothness, ambient occlusion. You can do all of that. But this shader is meant so you can give it a reflection map. A reflection map is just a way to fake the reflection of, you know, any specular surfaces or shiny surfaces. I'm going to change it so you can see the ones that I have. And this is actually how other programs do it as well. If you want to fake a reflection for something shiny, for something transparent like this, I truly recommend that you use this technique. Again, we're going to learn it later. But this is how you create shiny things. You have to give it a fake reflection map. And again, you can make that customized to whatever you want. You can make it more, you can make it less. You can blur it out. There's a lot of settings. Again, we will take a look at them later. But that's sort of how I created the material. If I create, because we were taking a look at the project tab, and after the project tab, we will take a look at the filter tab, and then we're going to be done, because then we have to take a more in-depth look at everything. And again, this is just an overview. If you just got into the live, let me know if you want any quick information. But let's continue. So project tab, I selected my material. Again, everything is in the inspector. All of this is very similar to creating a So hopefully you are not afraid of Unity anymore, Alex. Sorry about losing connection. Not sure why this is happening a lot, but we keep going. Again, all of the information is here, just like other programs. Alex, I need to know if you are not afraid anymore of augmented reality in Unity. So that's the information for a material. For example, let's take a look at the information on a model. So here you can see details of the model are extensive. I usually don't have this many options in other programs. So there's a lot of things here that I will show you are important. So you get options for the model, for the rig. If you don't know how to, sorry, if you guys don't know what a rig is, it's basically like the bones of the 3D model. What makes it move, what makes it be animated. There's other ways to animate it, but adding a rig to your 3D models is going to make them move as well. The animation, like I mentioned, you can import animations. You can import FBX animations. And lastly, the materials. So there's only some settings here that I will recommend, but we're going to take a look at those later. Alex says, now I'm not afraid of anything at all. Let's go. Okay, my job here is done. If Alex can get it, you guys can get it. You see, it's like very similar to other applications. And once you start trying it, you're going to like it a lot. Again, try it on your phone. You're going to like the quality a lot. Okay, that was the final tab that I wanted to show you. There's also some others like the animation tab and the animator tab. These are more advanced ones that I will show you on later. But for example, this is how I can control multiple animations, and this is kind of like game engines do it. So if you have a character or anything else that you want to animate, you can transition animation. So you can use this to go from one animation to another animation and another animation very easily. So we can take a look at that later. It's a little bit more advanced. You can do manual animation. For example, I think one of the drones has a manual animation. Here you go. So this one I created manually, actually. I just grabbed the model from the center and I can play it here. And I can just do a keyframe animation. If you are familiar with animating with keyframes, you have a full timeline here for you to use, and it works just like everything else. So we have the curves. You can see here the curves. You can play with the curves, and there is many things that you can animate, not just the rotation. Remember how we talked about the components? You can animate components, which is really cool. This is something that I really enjoy. So again, I can animate the transform component if I want to animate the position, rotation, scale, but I can also animate the mesh filter. If I want to change the mesh, I can do that with animation. The mesh renderer is if I want to change something on the material. Like, you can animate specific things inside of your material, which is really cool. Again, look at all of these things that you can animate. If you come from After Effects, or if you have done any kind of motion design, MoGraph, this is going to be really fun for you. So it is keyframe animations, but it is just another way. Again, we can import our own and use the animator animation states. We're going to take a look at that later. Okay, finally, let me know how you guys are doing in the chat. We are almost done here with workshop number 1. Any questions, any comments, let me know in the chat. I'm kind of losing my voice at this point. I haven't done a live stream in a while. But let's take a look at the Filta tab. Once you sign in, once you have Unity installed, you're going to log into Filta. So this is your main, I will call it, this is like the Filta hub, the Filta creator hub, or the artist panel, right? This is how you can access the simulator, which is what's simulating the scene. If I play it, you see how it's simulating a face tracking, right? We have the object tracked to the face. We are just playing the simulation just so you can see it. You can stop it, you can play it, you can reset it. We have those settings there. We're gonna go through all of this again in a different workshop, but this is where you create a new filter. You decide if it's a face or a body or both, right? In this case, yeah, this one is also both. Let me show you how it looks on the body. Yeah, so we're actually not we're not tracking the body here. We just wanted the glasses to show in your environment, floating around. But we are using the back camera, which is the body tracking. Something important to know is that the face tracking only works on the front face camera, because there's only a sensor on the front face camera, and then the body only works on the back camera. It is not using the LiDAR technology, unfortunately, but it is using body tracking technology. So here you can see the avatar. Let me see, show simulated, stop. Or visualizer. Yeah, the visualizer. Here you can see kind of a sneak peek of the body tracking. Vijay Dalida says, let's fucking go, Mexicano. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. We're gonna keep going, we're gonna keep creating. Let's do it. So again, you can use the body to do body tracking, but in this case we used it just to display augmented reality on your environment. So face, body occluder, we have that too. It's not too precise, but it's an option. Let's go back into the face. Just quickly gonna show you that we can have a face mesh visualizer. If you use other AR applications, this is what you have as a default on a face tracking model. But I want to show you the quality. So I'm gonna create a new mesh. This one was only like a visualizer, but like now I actually create a mesh. And let me show you the quality, right? So it definitely has way more polygons than other platforms, because it is that much of a higher quality. If I play the animation, the simulation, you can see that when it opens its mouth, you can see that all of those polygons help you have a smoother surface. So when I show you the digital makeup creator, she can really benefit from this, because it really attaches to a high poly mesh. and the face tracking is just the best. It's the best face tracking that you can think of. Let me hide this one. And finally, some extra settings here on the Filta platform. There is a beauty tab, so if you want to create eyelashes, you can create eyelashes too. Here you can kind of change the shape of them. We can have a specific look at that tab later on. You can give them a texture. You can create for makeup as well. You can create lips in there. Maybe we give it a tint here right now. Filter color. And finally, the uploader. This is how you're going to publish, how you're going to upload and then publish your creations. So once everything is created, beautiful creation right here, you will create a new Filta upload. It's just a matter of saying workshop number 1, sample. And what is cool about this and different from other platforms is that I can upload this and it will go live instantly. Nor Instagram or Snapchat or TikTok, they don't need to review this. You don't need to wait for them to review your creation for it to be live. As soon as you upload it and you publish it on the Filta platform, it's live. Nobody's gonna ask you anything. You're free to upload whatever you want. There's also like some guidelines that you gotta follow of like, just regular moral guidelines of the internet. But what I like about this is that it's permissionless. You don't need permission from Filta to upload your creation. It just goes live automatically, right? And that is really cool. That gives you a lot of power as a creator. Filta is already giving you power by giving you access to sell your creations. If you want to make money off this, you can. I am doing it currently. So it is possible, guys. It's really possible. It gives a lot of power to the creators, which is why I like Filta. Okay, that was pretty much everything. So I know it's a lot. You don't have to learn it now because we're gonna learn it in other workshops. But let's open up Filta again. If you have any more questions, you can go to the Discord. You can save them for the next workshop. The next workshop will be in 2 weeks. So I'm going to give you plenty of time for you to come and discover everything about the platform. So you can watch this again, or you can go to the documentation. And for example, if you want to start setting up, go to the artist setup guide. Like I showed you at the beginning, you're going to need a MetaMask account. Here's going to show you how to download Unity specifically. All of these steps are already available for you. You do not need to wait for me. But if you want to have a live conversation, if you want to ask a question, I will be here live in 2 weeks. So let's go back into the marketplace. I will show you my creation so far. If you want to take a look at them, go follow me on socials. Go follow Filta on socials. Thank you for everyone that stopped by. Vida, Lydia, Alexander, Soga, Nastaran. Any final questions that you guys have? Pushy Skate, Gabriela. Yas AR, Tilda. Any questions? Rick Derula, Yasin. Who else was in here? Olena, Yulia. Thank you for being here. Also Shelly and Jessica Evans join us. So Chico as well. Lejuva, Daria, and I believe that's everyone. So if you can still hear me in the chat, if nothing has gone wrong, let me know. Yasis, thank you for joining. Once again, reach out to me on any social media account. Send me a message if you have any questions. Also on the Filta accounts, let us know. I'm live on Discord as well. But this is just number 1. This is just to give you an idea. Think about it, dream about it. If you're eager to start, then just look at the documentation, but you can start now. But this is all I have for you today. Again, I'm losing my voice. I haven't done a live stream in a while, but we're gonna get used to it again. Let's see some of your final comments in the chat. So I'll just display them here. Yas AR says, thank you. Tilda says, "You are a star." Thank you. Nicolas Donato, once again, creator of Undoxxed. This open call is to showcase artists on the second volume of the Undoxxed book. Again, Nicolas is the creator of Undoxxed. He's given us this opportunity to collaborate and showcase creators um, from the digital fashion space, from Web3, from digital culture. He says, good first round overview. Thanks a lot, Mesh. Thank you for being here, Mesh. Nicholas. We also have Daria Kurtulmus. She said thank you. She's joining us from YouTube. Alexander Kurmanin. Alexander Kurmanin. No questions. You are a really good teacher. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I like to show things in a simple way. So if there's anything complicated that doesn't make sense what I said, let me know. But thank you for the feedback. Sogan Novahar says thanks so much. As always. Anytime. As always. She also said, we wait for the animation import. Yes, I'm going to write this down so we have a specific workshop on how to do that specific technique on animation. Not just the animation on the clothes, but any animation. You can import an FBX with multiple animations, and I will show you how to use them. Thank you for being here. We got Lejuva. I need to know how to pronounce that, so let me know. Roachman joining us from YouTube. He says thanks. They say thanks. And then the sun emoji. Thank you for being here. Nastara joining from LinkedIn. It was super. Looking forward to the next one. Again, the next workshop, if you didn't hear, will be in 2 weeks. I'm giving you this week and the next one to think about it and start to do your own research. And start asking questions. Whatever you do not find, bring it to the next workshop and we'll show you how to do it. And finally, we have Valeria Celayos. She is my cousin, joining us from YouTube. Hola, Vale. ¿Cómo estás? And she's just sending us emojis. They don't show, but it's a person turquoise waving speech. Oh, she's just saying hi. Hi, Vale. We are done with the workshop. So join us in 2 weeks. And until next time. Thank you guys. Thank you for bearing through this live stream. I know we got disconnected a lot of times, but we are going to keep improving. So have a good day. Have a good weekend. Have a good week. And I'll see you the week after. See you guys. Bye.